Hi everyone, welcome back to the weekly reading. So this is for the week ahead for 17th of June through to the 23rd of June 2019. I'm going to talk about the astrology and then I'll get you to pick a card. So I'll just show you what I've got for this week. Two cards, one tarot card from the Cosmic Tarot and one angel reading card from Debbie Malone's Oracle deck. The first one here is a Smokey Quartz. That's number one. Number two is called Merlinite. That's Merlinite. Number three is a clear quartz pendant that I have. And the fourth one, if you can see that, it's actually a pendulum. Beautiful amethyst, amazing pendulum. So pick from 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I'm just going to talk about the astrology. So this week what we've got going on is the sun is in the last phase of being in Gemini till the very end of this week, where on Sunday, this coming Sunday on the 22nd, moves into Cancer. So with the sun in Cancer, we definitely turn our attention to home and family, feelings of comfort, familiarity, stability, routine, what feels safe and what feels, I guess, familiar and like the comfort zone. Okay, so with the sun moving into the sign of Cancer, and happy birthday to all the Cancerian sun people, with the sun moving into Cancer, there's definitely a focus on your security and what are your security needs, and even thinking about possibly, a future home or ambitions related to home, career and finances as well. Securing, something for yourself in some way. So if you're not happy with your current home situation, or if, you feel like you're coming into a time of change with that, this time period of sun in Cancer or Cancer season may be a time when you're thinking of a future home or how you're going to sort of set yourself up in the future in regards to home and stability and family. And even for some people, it's soul family, like they may not be relatives as such to you, but they may be people that feel like family, like very close friends and things like that. With the sun moving out of Gemini into Cancer, we can be a little bit more secretive about our emotions. We can tend to sort of hold our emotions more to ourselves, feel very protective about our feelings, or feel very sensitive about our emotions and emotional issues. People may be feeling a bit more emotional than with the sun in Gemini as well. So as I said, the sun moves into Cancer this coming Sunday on the 22nd. Now going back to the early part of this coming week, so now here in Australia right now it's Sunday afternoon, so now on Sunday here and Monday coming up for the week ahead, we're going to have Mercury opposite Saturn. So Mercury in Cancer opposite with Saturn, so that's kind of a heavy psychological energy. There could be some issues about our mental stability clashing with authorities, or that need for psychological peace and serenity is challenged by the need to meet certain responsibilities or meet certain obligations, whether it's in work or family. So there can be a pull between where our mind is at and what we have to do for our lives in a very practical, sort of dry, mundane manner. Also on Monday, there's an interesting transit with transiting Mercury in Cancer, making a positive, harmonious trine aspect to Neptune in Pisces. So even you may be feeling this now on Sunday, today, but you might be watching this on the Monday, but this influence is basically enhancing our psychic ability with Mercury trine Neptune. We can be having intuitive insights. If something just comes to you as a knowing, as a feeling, you can write it down and write down the date. Have a journal that you write down, deja vu moments and what the message is, because sometimes we don't realize we're having these little moments and we're actually receiving messages from our guides and from our higher self. So on Monday, definitely pay attention to the dreams that you've had the night before, intuitive nudges, signs and omens, insights, or a feeling of a deeper understanding about what's going on in your life, because there definitely should be messages coming in. Wednesday and Thursday, Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto. So firstly, in the early part of the week, we have Mercury opposite Saturn, which is heavy enough. But then on Wednesday and Thursday, we have Mercury in Cancer opposite Pluto. So that's pretty intense psychological energy. For some people this week, especially if you have anything around cardinal signs, because Pluto is being activated by the minor planets, Mercury, and also Mars is going to make an opposition to Pluto from Tuesday to Saturday as well. So this is quite an intense week. We had sort of a heavy week last week with Mars opposite Saturn and Mars Pluto aspects as well. But sorry, Mars opposite Saturn was last week. This week is Mars opposite Pluto. So last week was kind of heavy. This week goes to a whole nother level with heaviness. That's Tuesday to Saturday in particular with the Mars opposite Pluto. So there can be power struggles. Mars in Cancer is not well placed. It's in its fall position there. So Mars in Capricorn is very well placed, but Mars in Cancer is not. So the reason why is because Cancer tends to move, sideways. It doesn't move forward, whereas Mars rules Aries. Mars and Aries like to move forward. They like to be, they're straight shooters. They like to go straight forward, whereas Mars in Cancer kind of goes around and back and forth and kind of says yes and then kind of says no. Takes one step forward, takes 3 steps back, so that's kind of a frustration energy. But with it opposing with Pluto, it's almost like demanding us, and when I say us in particular, it's going to affect people that have anything around 22 degrees in your astrology chart of a cardinal sign. So 22 degrees of Cancer, Capricorn, Aries or Libra, and that can be anything that you have, not just Mars. So if you have anything around that degree, this is going to affect you quite strongly from Tuesday to Saturday. Sometimes Mars opposite Pluto can be an aggressive energy, dealing with aggression from others. Now, as not everyone's going to be experiencing this, though, you might, if you're sensitive, you may sense this tension in the air from Tuesday to Saturday. But really, it's kind of all week, because we start the week with Mercury opposite Saturn, which is impacting the mind and stressing out the mind, which could have issues like worries to do with work and home, paying bills, financial issues as well. With Cancer being activated, that sign being activated at this time very strongly. But Tuesday to Saturday, that Mars opposite Pluto is quite a heavy energy. It's pulling us between home, security needs, our sensitivity, and how we're moving forward in the world with possible issues with authority or the old structure of our life, and how we're sort of wanting to change that perhaps and having some struggles there. This week there's a lot of block energy with all that, with moving forward. So just to let you guys know, if in general just recently you've been feeling blocked or a bit stuck with some things, and not everyone's going to be feeling this, but some people will be really feeling this, from August Jupiter goes direct, September Saturn goes direct, and October Pluto goes direct. Just trying to think, is that right? I checked it the other day. Yeah, the retrogrades that have been happening, they're going to start to move forward. So Jupiter definitely starts to go direct in August, okay? And we will have a Mercury retrograde in July, and then till very early August, late July. But what I'm saying is, if you've been wanting to start something big, just hold off a little bit longer until late in the next few months. For travel, if you want to travel, August is a good time. August, September, or any time after that is great. When I say travel, I mean overseas travel. If you want to start something new with a business or with a big venture, you want to wait till Saturn moves direct, which is coming up after August. And then Pluto moving direct is really more transformational, pushing us forward in deep soul lessons. So, right at this time in this week, it's not the best week to push forward with things, especially with Mars in Cancer and the Sun being in Cancer. So, yeah, it's a bit sort of emotionally intense, but not very much forward movement, I feel, at this time. So those are the main messages for the astrology. Let's have a look at the cards for this week. So if you chose the Smokey Quartz, these are your messages. The Ace of Cups. Wow, that's nice. An Angel of Meditation. Oh, I'm just going to hold the camera up for this. So this is for those people that chose the first pile of the Smokey Quartz. So the Ace of Cups is a beautiful card here from the Cosmic Tarot. It shows that you're feeling very strong emotions, and this is like a peak of emotion to do with love, and also a spiritual rebirth that you're going through. And you may be doing a lot of meditation at this time, or if you're not meditating, you may need to meditate to help balance your emotions at this time, because you are feeling some intense emotions. And if you are feeling that, it could be in relation to another person that you are just feeling emotionally. It could be, some people could be a bit lovesick. Some people it could be wanting to express emotion but having to contain it at this time. And meditation is sort of the only way you can sort of balance things out What I'm also getting, though, is visualization. So for some people, you may be working on manifesting. And what I'm hearing here is inner peace. So it's really important for you at this time to work on inner peace for yourself, because there could be, I'm really drawn to this card. There's a lot of red there. That seems like a lot of tumultuous energy, or a lot of intense, passionate energy that sort of doesn't have a channel at this time. And it's like your guides are advising you to handle this in a pure way at this time, because you can't sort of act on it, or you can't make this very external in your life at this time. It's more an internal feeling. But the meditation card with the Ace of Cups, for some people that chose this is also about your spiritual development. So this is about developing your psychic abilities and having a rebirth within yourself spiritually, going to a new level. That's what I'm getting for other people that chose this. So you may be deepening your spiritual knowledge at this time, or deepening your spiritual path. And meditation, or if it's not meditation, for some people it could be deep self-reflection or deep spiritual work, is actually allowing you to open up to more of your higher self at this time. Wow. All right, so let's go to the next one. So this is for those that chose the Merlinite. Do you guys have Prince of Swords? Oh, Career Angel. Okay, interesting. So for some people, you may be facing a change in regards to your work life, or your direction that you want to take. The Prince of Swords can also mean a communication coming in this week that is of significance to your career or your work life. So I am hearing the word change. So for some people, there is change with career, change with direction, that sort of thing. I get like a lot of thinking with this energy as well, with the Prince of Swords. So I'm also getting that this could relate to someone, if it's not you, or someone very close to you that has air energy, like Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So it doesn't have to be that, but it's just, I'm picking up a very heady energy here. So someone watching may be overthinking about their career or their direction, or they may be just very busy mentally, having a lot going on. It's interesting with the Career Angel number. I noticed it's 18, which adds to 9 in numerology, which can indicate the end of a cycle. So what that can mean, it can mean a couple of different things. So for some people, it may mean the end of a particular job situation, or wanting to change jobs, or wanting to change what you're doing with your life in a general sense, like trying to pick the right direction. See how the man's looking there, he's standing there, and there's several different pathways, several different options. So it could be about having several options on the table with work, or trying to make a decision about your work life. For other people, it's something about the end of a cycle with regards to the way you think about your work. So you may be breaking through old patterns of thinking when it comes to work, like mentally feeling stuck, or Groundhog Day type energy, and maybe you're reframing things for yourself so that you can see things more positively, because the Page of Swords is about communication, but it's also about decision making, which can relate internally and externally. But there's a very strong focus on career, your purpose, where you're headed with your life at this time this week. All right, so this is for the people that chose the clear quartz pendant. Do you guys have? Ooh, the Devil. Interesting. Angel of Divine Timing. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, straight away I'm getting different messages here. So the Devil card, it's Capricorn, and so it can relate to our ambitions. Look, for some people, this is to do with what you want out of life, and what your true passions are, what your true desires are. But there is a sense of frustration here with the Devil card, like not understanding that everything happens in divine timing, just like it says here, Angel of Divine Timing. So there's a need to understand that every section of your life that you go through, every phase has a purpose, and to get out of the mindset of, I just need to get to this other spot that I'm not at right now, because when you do that, you can cause yourself to suffer more than you realize. And so it's better to be in the moment. And if you are working on visualization, work on feeling as if you're already there where you want to be, and feeling that emotion of happiness, of joy, of excitement, of what it feels like to achieve or attain, the stage that you really would like to be at, rather than sort of wishing, hoping, longing, or getting stuck in negative cycles of this kind of melancholy or sadness, or feeling like a victim. So what this is saying is there are actually positive changes coming, but they're not coming in the ego's timing. They're coming in divine timing. And the Capricorn card, the Devil card, is very much about the ego, is about the wants and needs of the lower mind, of the ego self that says, I want to do this now. I want to achieve, you know, something that's quite big, but I haven't done the work yet. So now you may have done a lot of work in some other areas, but in the one particular area, it's like it's still yet to be achieved, but it is coming in, and it is giving you hope with this card, the Angel of Divine Timing, saying to you that something that you want will happen, but it's going to be in divine timing, not the timing that you're thinking. Okay, so that's actually is ultimately quite a positive message for you. Okay, so this is the last one for those that chose the pendulum, and we have the Chariot. Nice. With the Angel of Patience. Very similar to the last message. I find that quite funny. Because the Chariot in Tarot wants to move ahead very quickly and wants to be victorious, wants to gain control over a situation and wants to take action now. Once again, we have an angel holding a clock. In the other card before, for those that chose the clear quartz pendant, there was also a clock. So I find that really interesting. And so what that again is saying, there's something that needs to happen in divine timing, and it is the Angel of Patience here. So the Chariot is a part of you that is very impatient and just wants things to happen right now. But the Angel of Patience is saying, well, there's still some events that need to take place. And, you know, it's interesting how it always relates to the astrology. Like all the retrogrades right now with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto still retrograde. We're definitely in a slowdown period right now. We're in a very reflective time, especially with Mars in Cancer, which, you know, will be there for a while longer. Mars in Cancer is not the best time to push forward with a massive change or a big new turning point. It's about consolidating things. Yes, making plans if you can. It's great, but sort of organizing things behind the scenes more is the energy right now. So this impatience factor, it's just a message from your guides to say you need a bit more patience. Yes, you want to just go so fast forward. You have so much passion in you that you want to express in the world or in a situation or in whatever it is for you personally. But angels are saying need patience and keep working on it, because patience is something that we all have to learn at different times of life, and we all suffer in that human condition of wanting what we want now, or, you know, as soon as we possibly can, but oftentimes we do have to wait. All right, so those were the messages for the week ahead. If you would like a personal reading, please visit the links below the video. Turnaround time at the moment is around 6 to 12 or 14 business days. I actually still have a sale going on for 10% off until Monday, so a little bit longer. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.